podcast with your host, Dr. Myron Edmonds. Yo.
How's it going?
What's good?
Man, we here.
Let's go, men's night. Listen,
Yes, sir.
the number one, we have been the number one men's virtual spot for the past 2 years. Keep on. It's great.
Man,
this is the last
man,
night.
Listen, men's night is where it's at. And I don't know about you, man, but I really enjoyed coming out to these men's night, this safe space. Some of the language we're using here, we can't use anywhere else on the social media. So, man, I'm glad that we're here for another men's night.
Oh, yeah. Who we got in here? What's going on, John Rowe? Any other brothers?
Listen,
in here?
brothers, y'all coming on here. Yeah, just let us know where you watching this from. That's what I want to know. Because we're international. You know that, right? This is not just U.S., and we're international. So just drop in the comments where y'all watching this from. All right, New York City. Come on, Terrence. Winnipeg, Canada. Atlanta in the house. Come on. Yes. All right, come on, man. Our producer is giving us some nice music in the background there. I love it. Tennessee, Houston, Durham.
Mm-hmm.
All right. People are coming in. Brothers coming in. Come on. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Beautiful place. Zach, you already know. Hey, Zach, what's the weather like where you are at, Zach? Just say it for Myron's sake, man. Just tell him how the weather is where you are, Zach. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Baltimore, Huntsville, Cleveland, 70.
Hey, Winnipeg, Manitoba. What's the weather like there? That's what I want to know. What's the weather like? Shut up, Zach. Nobody cares. Ricardo, Bahamas.
Come on. Hey, listen, man. Ricardo, now listen, you can probably put Zach to shame, man. Like, you probably gone to the beach, even though it's 75 in Cali. I know there's no beach weather at this stage.
Kick rocks,
South Florida.
Kick rocks, Zach.
Ooh,
23.
Winnipeg, 23.
Oh, is that it? Oh, that's not too bad. That's what it is.
Oh, you got some horns now. Look where we go.
Good, man. I need some booze. Listen, 23, that's what it is in Cleveland right now. In Cleveland right now, it is, dang, it's 12 degrees in Cleveland. Hey, Zach, man, it's on my hell no. 12 degrees.
-8.
12 degrees.
Do you see that? -8
Where?
Tomorrow, Jonathan says.
Is that it? Where he's in Edmonton?
No, I think he's in Winnipeg. Where's Jonathan? Jonathan's in Winnipeg. Yep, Winnipeg.
Oh, Winnipeg. That's hockey. Yeah. That's hockey country right there.
Hey, man, so 23 is a warm day. 23 is a warm day for this man.
Hey.
Listen, I'm in Tampa, Florida. Ooh, it's 57 degrees where I am now. But yeah, he said
this guy's
23 is t-shirt weather. 23 is t-shirt weather.
Hey, did Ricardo tell us what the weather is like in what is the weather in Bahamas? What is it?
Yeah, Ricardo, we want you to kind of just let us all know what it's like down there in the Bahamas. Hey, some brothers are jumping on. Welcome to Men's Night. Listen, as you're coming in, just drop what city you're in. Just drop where you are now. We want to just kind of know what's going on. He said, okay, so 23. Now, 23, I know this is interesting because I grew up in Trinidad. That's not 23 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that? So you got to tell us, how do we convert that? I'm terrible with the conversion. All right, somebody said it's 74. It's 74. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Nashville in the house. What's up, Damaris? We the North. We live in the 20s. Kazoo, Michigan. All right. West Palm Beach, London, England. Come on now, Dexter. Let's go. What time is it in England? That's what I want to know. What time is it in England, in London, England?
Well, I believe it's 6 or 7 hours ahead. So somebody's up at it's like
2 in the morning. Dexter. Oh, he said 1:04, 1 a.m. All right, Dexter, man, we got to give you some. I don't know if we got some applause back there, Mr. Producer. This brother's up at 1 o'clock in the morning on Men's Night. There we go. That's what you call dedication. Listen, this is our last men's night. I want to do something, Myron. I'm going to drop a link in here. It's a bit.ly link. Brothers, you copy that link and send that to another brother. Because we got some room. We don't have a lot of room, but we got some room for some more brothers to come on. It's bit.ly /men's night Zoom. bit.ly / men's night Zoom. Send that to another brother. Let him come on in. This is our last one. We want to go out with a bang. We want as many brothers as possible to get a chance to experience what we're going to be going through this evening. South Florida is in the 60s. We down here in hoodies. You ain't lying, Colin. This was 50-some today in Tampa, and I was like, what is going on? I see some folks here in Tampa talking about how they're going to make us come to work in this cold weather.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, where's Kurt? Kurt, I'm trying to join. I'm going to join with my phone. I want to show everybody my backyard real quick. Kurt, can you let me in? Can you let me in? I'm about to go mobile real quick.
So it's on Zoom. I can let you in.
We just switched. Go ahead.
There it is. All right. Yeah, man. Let me see. Let me show you what's going on here. Guys, I mean, I don't know. This is just ridiculous. Look at this.
Whoa.
Look at this.
Brother, that's why I'm here in Tampa. That's why I'm here in Tampa. I don't want to shovel another.
Come on, Bronny.
Not one more thing of snow, man. That's it. Bring that dog back inside, man. Bring that dog back inside. Something's wrong with that. Richie from Antigua. Richie, do me a favor. Tell these folks on here how many beaches there are in Antigua. I know, but tell the folks in here. We just want to make some folks jealous. How many beaches are there in Antigua? 365. I hope y'all get that. Myron, while you're there in the snow, Richie is on an island that he can go to a different beach every day of the year. Hope you know that.
Shame on him.
Kevin Boone in the house. Come on now. What's going on? What's going on? Anthony says over here, we call that Tuesday. What you just showed people here, Myron. They said over here, we call that weather Tuesday. Yes, sir. We have beaches in Michigan. Yes, Denry. I don't know if you can go get in the water at this time of the year. I don't know. Any time of the year you can go get in the water in Michigan.
Bro, we got Armageddon out here, man.
Colin said the next meetup needs to be in Antigua. We definitely not going to do it in Cleveland.
Big facts. Yes, Antigua for sure.
Ooh, Vladdy says we about to get a foot of that loveliness on Saturday. Where you are, Vladdy?
Where is he at?
Yeah. I'll tell you where he's not. He's not in Florida. He's not in Florida. He is not in Florida. Boston. Yeah. Yep. Rodney says the same. All right, listen. We coming on in here. Let's just throw a question.
Hold on. JR, we're coming to Miami March.
Oh yeah, let me get those dates. I think it's
20th and 21st. Everybody in South Florida. We're coming to Pisgah. March 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you better have my Jean. You better have my Jean. You better have my Epis. You better have my Pickles. You better have my fish. And listen, don't play with me, JR. Have my stuff, bro.
You actually sound like you know what you're talking about, Myron.
Yeah, JR schooled me. Everything I know, he taught me.
What's up, Kevin? What's going on? Listen, it's interesting. Do you get that soup on New Year's Day? What's the soup that you get on New Year's Day? You know what I'm talking about?
What is it like? Jomo?
Yeah. I don't know if I say it right. Yeah. Look, JR says, he got that Haitian blood.
I am. Patties and all, Myron. We got you. Come on, Colin. Seriously.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, and if anyone down there in Miami knows where they can get some good roti, please make sure you let me know, because that's what I'm coming for. That's what I'm coming for.
Ain't no Trini folk down in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. That's Jamaica.
Listen. Oh no, it's
Jamaican Haiti.
I told my wife it is Jamaica. It is Jamaica. It is Haiti. But y'all got to have at least one Trini restaurant. Somebody saying best. Now, JR, let me just clarify this, and this ain't the topic, but please tell me the roti is not made by non-Trinidadians or Guyanese, because I eat roti from Trinis and Guyanese. That's it.
Or Indians. I mean, Indians make. I mean, y'all stole
Okay,
it
so
from the
plenty
Indians.
Trinis. Yeah. All right, let's see. Plenty Trinis in Florida. Here we go. All right, we're gonna be all right. All right, cool. And listen, Myron, your voice is coming back. Somebody referenced it earlier that we're in Huntsville this weekend, and somehow you happened to lose your voice, man.
I did, and some good lemon, man, and some ginger, and some maple syrup. I didn't have honey, so I had to go with the maple. Joy's Roti in Fort Lauderdale. Woo!
All right, good. Book it. All right, listen.
Hey, come on. Let me say this before we transition. I need to say this. Somebody said, "Man, let me say this, fellas. Listen, don't play no games. Every brother in South Florida. Listen, we coming. Bring your mask. Bring your mask. Hey, listen.
What does your pastor say?
Wear your mask." No, I'm serious. Listen, I love coming to South Florida. I love the weather, of course, and I love the food, and they always come out in numbers when we come to South Florida. So listen, y'all come through. Just be glad
18,
you're not
19,
here in
20?
Colorado Springs.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, Colorado Springs. Look, I know that's a beautiful place, man. That is a beautiful place. It's just cold, so I'm good.
He said, "Ain't no Caribbean food there, bro."
That's true. Ain't none. That's it. All right, listen. This is our last men's night, so we got some people. Maybe this is your first men's night, and so this is the kind of feel of men's night. It's not super formal. It's a men's spot. We're gonna talk. But if he's a first time, just drop in the comments first time. If you're a first time, I want you to say first timer. And I have a second question for those you've been here before. If you've been to men's night before, the question I have for you is just like, what's your favorite, like, big takeaway, favorite memory, favorite, topic? So I see a bunch of first timers. Let's see.
Bunch of first timers. Wow.
Yeah. Ooh. I see a prayer request.
We're lifting you up, Ivan.
Yeah.
Lifting you up, bro.
Yeah. Dexter, first time.
These are what we call men's night virgins.
Only on men's night we use that term to describe people who is their first time at an event, right? Yeah, this guy. All right, boo, a bunch of first timers. All right.
Hey, Kurt, I was looking for some horns. Here. Ew.
Come on, man. All right, if it's not your first time, come on, just tell me something that you remember. Like, what's something that was a big, like, man, this, I'll never forget that. How about you, Myron? As they're typing, what's something you say, man, this is my favorite men's night memory, takeaway, what I love the most?
Biggest men's night takeaway moment. You know what? Honestly, and I hate to even do this. I mean, because it's not his ego. His ego needs no more inflation. But I gotta give props where it's due. But man, having Lance J.
You ain't lying.
Hey man, when he comes on here, those nuggets that he drops on the sports takes. I honestly, seriously, I love talking about sports.
Yeah.
And man, I love talking about sports with other brothers. And yeah, man, there was one time he said something, and it basically disagreed with something that Zach said, and that just made my night, man, because Zach feels like he's an aficionado on everything, and he needs to be humbled, man. Especially the way LeBron James is defying. He is defying age right now. He seriously, all he has to do is win one more, and he's the GOAT. That's it. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah. Listen, let's see. Wow, there's so many good ones here. People talk about the DJ Walk. Listen, mate, only in men's night you can go from 70s, 80s music, Washington DC go-go music to West Indian music. That guy, he plays it all, man. Sorry he's not on tonight, but listen, he brings it all.
He'll be back. Y'all come follow us to the podcast. He'll be hanging out with us there too.
Right, I said the real sharing when Dr. Cancel mentioned it's mostly on the inside. It had to be there. It's the inside, yeah. Let's see. The sports talk with the trash talk. That's right. Hey, listen, Lance J is definitely a people love you here at Men's Night. And in fact, it's a good time to transition and bring Lance J on. Let's talk some sports. Yeah, let's talk some sports. Here we go. Welcome, sir.
Paragon 7.
It's a pleasure to be here with you gentlemen this evening, man. I'm so proud of everything.
Hold on. Are we just gonna let him slide on that little intro with the Paragon Studios?
Do that again, man. Do that
again. Paragon 7 Studios.
Man, it's I gotta support the label, man. I gotta support the label, but it's been a pleasure for me to be with you guys, man. I'm encouraged and inspired. Myron, I want to say to you personally, flipping forth this weekend, going back and forth, watching your sermons and watching Snell's sermons and sitting back in Edwards Hall with the two of you guys, man, to see what everybody has done since then is very inspirational. I'm proud of you. I love you. I respect you, big bro. And I'm looking forward to the podcast, man. I know it's going to be hot, and I hope that we're able to continue to collaborate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That said, getting into the sports, before I go into my main thing, I got to give Myron some credit, man. I was texting Myron the other day. LeBron James, and I'm not trying to hot take this. I'm not trying to Skip Bayless this. But LeBron James and Jordan at this point is pretty much a tie to me, man. And Myron knows me. I've been a staunch Jordan obsessed person. It's a tie at this point. And the major issue that all of us in the armchair, in the barbershop, on Twitter, we make these sweeping generalizations before someone's career is over. So 3 years ago, LeBron wasn't part of Jordan. But since he won that chip in the bubble and he's putting up 30 as a geezer, you got to give him and Jordan is a tie. It's a toss-up. If aliens came from a spaceship from Mars and they saw the two of these guys and they asked who's the better one, I think half of them would say LeBron, half of them would say Jordan. So I'm getting onto that team, Myron. It took me many years, but it's not only about how many rings you won. It's about, you look at what LeBron's doing at age 37 versus what Jordan did at 37. I'm curious of your thoughts about that.
What Jordan did at 37?
Versus what LeBron's doing now.
Jordan was a glorified role player.
Right.
He was a glorified role player at 37. I mean, get out of here.
Right.
Hey, Zach, stay with us, Zach. Don't leave, Zach.
Last night, that sequence where LeBron had two back-to-back steals.
Yeah, that was
the first steal. He windmilled that mug. The second steal, he said, "You know what? I'm just going to put it down with two hands." That's dominant, man. That's not stat padding. That's not just sticking around so you can get enough games to pass Kareem. That's dominance, and we've got to respect that. My second thing is I've seen so many people that are frustrated with Tom Brady about potentially retiring. And I wanted to talk to you gents about that because, from one go to another, from LeBron to Brady, you talk so much, Myron and Kimon. We talk about what's important at home. We talk about family. We talk about what matters in the big picture. And if you're Tom Brady and you have millions of dollars and your wife's literally a billionaire, and you have kids that are tweens and early teenagers, you already are the GOAT. What is winning one more ring versus spending that time with your family? You were teasing me in the setup, Myron, talking about I'm not a married man. I don't understand why you have to pretend to be a Browns fan, and that really hit home with me and resonated with me. You kind of stopped me in my tracks. I've seen people crushing Tom Brady for even thinking about retirement because he can still play. But what's more important, I think what COVID has taught us, what the lockdowns have taught us, there's nothing more important than the time you spend with your family, especially as your kids are developing. And I commend Tom Brady if he retires. If he wants to play a couple more years, I commend him for that. But if I'm him, I would definitely retire as well and spend that time with family because that's more important than anything he's going to accomplish with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the next couple of years.
Say more. Say more.
I mean, I just, it's the crux of your ministry, man. It's, one of the things that you said that resonated with me so much. You gave that example of a rubber ball versus a glass ball. And there's certain things that you could drop and they'll bounce right back up and you pick it up. But there's certain things like your health, your psyche, your relationships with loved ones. You break those things and they're broken. And we as a society need to shift, even with the way we look at athletes and entertainers, that it's much more important to spend the time at home with the loved ones. And I think that's looking at great athletes, because LeBron's going to be in the same boat. He can retire late if he wants. He can play till 41, 42 if he wants. But will he go home? Will he sit and coach Bronny, or is he still going to be out there? So I'm interested with that. And then the last thing, man, I gotta congratulate you, Myron, on the Cowboys hiring Sean Payton to be their next coach around this time. I know that there's a lot of logistics. There's contract stuff. They got to work it out with the Benson family. Sean Payton's going to get a media job on Fox or something. He'll be covering games. But we all know, we all know the handwriting on the wall that we know that Mike McCarthy is going to get clipped as soon as the ink on that contract dries for Sean Payton to get released from the Saints. We know that he's going to be coaching the Cowboys. And man, as much as I hate the Cowboys' guts, and as much as I hate from the Danny White days to the daggone Staubach days, as much as it's in my DNA to hate the Cowboys, those two hitters, your linebacker and that cornerback, Diggs, those guys, man,
Micah
you got
Parsons.
some skilled players. Micah Parsons, that's the name. You guys got a loaded roster. Dak is a B-plus quarterback, but with that roster, you don't have to be Patrick Mahomes. You get a competent coach in there, and the Cowboys are going to hoist that Lombardi, man, and then Jerry Jones could die. I think that's the last thing that's keeping him kicking, is he wants to hoist that Lombardi again. And all of the billions and billions of dollars that the Cowboys are worth and the money that he has, he's never going to hoist it again unless he gets out of the yes man business. He gets out of hiring, people like Switzer and people like Mike McCarthy and all the other scrub coaches that the Cowboys have had over the years, man. Dave Campo. Like, you guys, this is America's team, Myron. You guys, America's team hired Dave freaking Campo to be the coach, man. You should be embarrassed. But congratulations to you, man. And I think when the Cowboys are good, as much as I hate them, it's better for the NFL.
Hey, James, we have a hater. He's a troll, if you will. He just trolls every sports take you have. I'd like for you guys someday to meet face to face, but his name is Zach Maddox. Osakwe. Okay. Osakwe Maddox. He's sitting here trolling everything that comes out of your mouth.
I know Zach very well. He doesn't know me, but I know him.
Listen to what he said.
Zach's from Cleveland, right? Zach's from Cleveland, right?
Yes. Well, he was.
Hey, you tell Zach. I host the syndicated radio show, man. You're free to call in and get filleted and skewered at any time, man. We can do this. We can do this head to head, man.
Please.
I'll DM you on Facebook. I'll give you the hotline to the number. I'm on every day. WOLDC 11 a.m. baby. I get up to talk sports. Let's make it happen. What is he saying? That's right,
Zach. Don't hide, Zach. By the way, Jay, you probably didn't know this, but I was at 2019. The Cowboys were trying to negotiate a deal to get Sean Payton, but the same I didn't realize this, but the same GM of the somebody in the front office for the Pelicans is in the front office for the doggone Saints, and when AD left, it basically killed the deal for Sean Payton.
Your boy LeBron, your boy LeBron in Clutch Sports bilked you out of a chip. Is basically what you're saying.
Pretty much.
LeBron, Maverick, and the whole crew. They bilked you, and Rich Paul. That's what I'm trying to get the name. They bilked your Cowboys out of a chip.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
but man,
Zach,
it's always.
But go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's just like I said as a close, man. I really wanted to affirm you, Myron. You guys know some of the stuff I've been through with my family. I won't get into that on air, man. But I want to affirm this brother. My mom passed away from COVID, and I don't really talk about what's going on in my family on social media. And this brother Myron, I've known Myron since I was 4 years old. And during that process, Myron was with me at the funeral, by my side, with my family, at our house. Me and Myron argue a lot on social media. We take shots at each other, but I love this man. This is my family. This is someone who's not blood, but is family. And I just continue. He preaches the same stuff that he practices. And he's gone above and beyond even what many of my friends have done, man. You, Al Johnson, Van Dion, shout out to all of those brothers, man. They've been there with me and my family when we went through our darkest hour. So we talk sports, we talk men's night. This is a safe space, but those that are on the fence and, not sure about registering and not sure if they want to be a part of this, follow this brother to his podcast, man. Register for his safe space, man. This is definitely somebody that you want to have your back. Him and Kimon, man. These are good guys. And it's much more than sports with me. It's much more than business, man. These are great guys, and I just wanted to say that with my last few words. Thank you for letting me be a part of this excellent ministry.
Thank you, man.
Yo, love you, brother. And I do want to say this. First of all, I'm very humbled by what you just said, man. I would like to extend an invitation for you to periodically come on our podcast and to share these. I mean, listen, the guys look forward to hearing your sports takes. I look forward to the dialogue and discussion. More importantly, I look forward to you saying something literally just flat out stupid that's going to come back to bite you. But for whatever reason,
I gotta hear the podcast. I just affirm you. But then offline, man, Myron will send me a text about how he dropped 30 points on me in intramurals in high school at Pine Forest, man. So it's just this guy's all over 42. The map.
It was 42 points.
You didn't score 42 on me. You would have scored. I'm not a great basketball player, but I have 6 fouls to give, man. You're not putting up 42 on me. I guarantee you that's not going to happen. But if we're talking about real sports and real stuff, I can't wait to join. If you want to talk about how you crossed me up and I tore my Achilles, in freshman year at Oakwood when we were playing basketball, I probably don't want to be a part of that.
Hey, listen, Lance, man, listen. I want to just say thank you for being a part of some of the guys were saying earlier.
Absolutely, man.
Some of their favorite memories of men's night is you sharing your take to the dialogue here, man.
I appreciate it. We'll be working together, and God bless you guys, man. This is a great ministry.
Yeah, Kirk, let's go ahead and drop.
See you in the podcast, bro. See you in the podcast for sure.
Kirk, let's go ahead and drop that video for the breakthrough challenge.
One of the most painful experiences and kind of thoughts that enters my mind is when I think about where I am and where I could be, right? It could be debilitating and almost paralyzing when you think about your potential and you look at where you are. So many of us are stuck, man. We're stuck and we just can't seem to break through in the areas that matter the most in our lives. We just really feel like we are in a place where we can't seem to break through. And so listen, I'm helping brothers out, man. I've been doing that for the past 20 years of my life. And I got a personal story of how I was able to break through off of addiction, break through off debilitating mindsets, breaking through, didn't think I could accomplish certain things in life, and I was able to accomplish so much more because a few mental shifts allowed me to break through. And so listen, I got you. Join this next challenge that we're doing. It's called the Men's Breakthrough Challenge. That's right, the Men's Breakthrough Challenge. What is it about? The whole idea of this thing is to help brothers to make the mental shifts necessary to break through limitations, to break through excuses, to break through unresolved issues, to break through addictions, to break through your own mess. It's time to move. Come and be down with the Men's Breakthrough Challenge. Why? In this challenge, you're going to get clarity. You're going to know exactly what you need to do in order to break through and win in every area of your life. The other thing you're going to get confidence. Yeah, confidence. Now that I've got clarity, I'm clear and I've got confidence to execute that which I know I need to do in order to break through. And then the third thing you're going to get is you're going to get some courage. Woo! When you get scared, when you get afraid, or when you're faced with some challenges, you're going to be like, nah, I already got the blueprint. It's time to make moves. I'm ready to break through. Come on, break through with me. Join me on this 3-day Men's Breakthrough Challenge. That's right, just 3 days. All the information is in the link below. Make a move right now. Do what you got to do because this is the year But it's gonna be the year because you make decisions that help to make the mental shifts that you need in order to break through. Come on, man, let's break through. I'll let you boy.
Come on, Myron. What you saying about this breakthrough challenge, man? We just did the first one here a couple weeks ago, man. Just talk about just the impact that it had on the brothers who were there.
Bro, all I can remember is brothers sharing in the VIP saying, after 3 days,
Yeah.
this changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
This changed my that was the refrain we kept hearing over and over. This has been life changing. And
That's
so
right.
listen, man, this ain't no hype talk. This is not, hyperbole. I'm telling you what the brothers have said that have come through this thing, and don't judge it before you jump in it. And if I were you, I would jump in it, because if you feel like you need a shift and that you need more than that, like a breakthrough.
Yeah. I just dropped the link in the comments there. Brothers, go ahead. Like Kevin Boone says, went over the top that third day. And listen, there's a lot
Thanks,
of stuff
Kevin.
that
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we've been a part of, but those 3 days were just like, man, I don't know. That was just next level. And I was blessed. It's funny, my son was running the Zoom on the back, and he was blessed just by doing that. And so any brother out there, seriously, Jonathan says real stuff that you can use right now. And that's it. It's not fluff. It's like practical, how to get life and your systems in order to really be successful in not just like relationships, but like really all the things of life, your business, career, that kind of stuff. So all 3 days was fire, Kyle says. So Colin says, Myron got me fired up. Listen, I dropped the link. I'm gonna do it one more time. Go ahead and sign up. We don't have, it's not unlimited spots. So if I were you, I'd sign up tonight for the men's breakthrough challenge. Just stuff that I don't know if you've ever shared this anywhere. The stuff I was hearing from you, I was like, I've been listening to you for a while, but I never heard you share that anywhere else except inside of that challenge.
Yeah, man. Praise God. We this breakthrough challenge, these 3 days really help me to see some things differently about what men are looking for. And what I can say confidently is that, brothers, this is what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for. This thing has been perfectly curated. I should say as possibly perfect. It's been as perfectly as possible, if you could say that, curated for the needs of men to really get out of their own way and to take off. So, man, let's do it, man. Come on through. And the crazy thing is, we filled up the first challenge. We were at capacity. We had over 100 guys that signed up. So we want to encourage you. It fills up quickly. Make sure you get your spot for this coming month.
Aaron said, if you do it, you got to do VIP. That's where the real blessing is. All right.
Yes, sir.
Listen, so let's transition a little bit. We want to talk about 2021. We're in 2022. I think we're past the point where you could say Happy New Year. All right, I think that's done. My Christmas tree is down. Once that's down, you can't say Happy New Year to people that you see. Like, we in 2022, but it's still okay to look back on lessons from last year. So, I mean, even before we get to that, and brothers, you can just kind of say this in the comments. Like, what's you got to rate 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10? What number would you give your 2021 if you had to give it a number on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you say, Myron?
Oh, 2021?
Yeah.
Man, a 10, 11. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Keith Kirk
agrees
with me.
It was growth, man.
Yeah.
Growth all day.
Brothers, we will talk about some lessons from 2021. But I mean, let's just reflect for a second, man. I think I wouldn't give mine a 10, but it's up there. It's up there. That was, and get me right, there's a lot of hurt that happened for a lot of people last year, so we don't minimize that. But I felt like last year was a time for, as you said, reflection. We were still not able to move around, go as we wanted to. So it kind of still allowed some time for like personal development, family development. And I just saw some things grow that I was planting for a while. So there's some 7s, some 6s. Somebody said my Christmas tree is not down yet, but the decorations are off the tree. That's progress, Ricardo. That's progress. Listen, at this stage, just go ahead and leave that thing up till December. Just go ahead and leave that thing up. 6 out of 10. Oh man, Cornelius 3. And I don't know why, but I feel you. I feel you. I know that's difficult. So we wanted to talk about like what are the top 3 lessons. We talked about this collaboratively. What are the top 3 lessons that we learned last year that we feel like we could share with the brothers tonight in our last men's night?
Yeah, I'm very interested for the brothers to drop their top 3 in the comments while we're sharing this. What are the top 3 lessons you gleaned, you learned from 2021? Let's
Man,
drop
listen,
that there.
Kevin
What
Boone
you
already dropped. He already came swinging. He said you
Mm.
cannot have consistency without discipline. Wow.
Yeah, Mike Tyson said discipline is consistently doing what you don't like doing. But you know is good for you. Oh man, that's good.
Hey, listen, man, we gotta get Mike Tyson on the podcast, man. No, there's no jokes. I'm being totally
I'm
serious.
dead serious. No,
Mike
absolutely.
Tyson is dropping some gems.
But man, my brother, that guy is so vulnerable now and has opened himself wide open, man. You can
Man, we
see
gotta
the
get
growth.
Mike Tyson on the podcast, man, because he's
I would
really
love
talking
that,
about.
man.
Stormy says anger lets someone else live in your head rent free.
Woo. I heard somebody use that as unforgiveness as well.
Yeah.
Same. I get the point though. Yeah. Rent free.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Ricardo, some doors will close on you, but God may allow a window to open for you. Yeah. All right, brothers, keep sharing. Keep sharing. No one can love you better than you. Y'all. Yeah. There we go. It's starting to pick up now. I mean,
I see you,
so let's start with. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, I was
What's
just
one?
shouting out my brother Taman. Yeah, so if we started with one, I know you and I basically we've kind of we've united our thoughts on what we got out of the year. I'll start with the time. Let's start with the timepiece.
You seen that stuff? He put in the comments right
I
there in the
see.
middle.
I see Kurt. I see
Listen,
Kurt.
man, shout out to
I see
Kirk.
Kurt.
Kirk is it's a boss.
Yeah, man. I say that it's the time, the value of time.
Yeah.
You and I we were talking about that before this started, and I'll say it like this: I think I'm starting to understand wealth a little differently. And so what I mean by that is everybody always associates wealth with money. So I see wealth as a big umbrella, right? I see it as a big thing. So health is wealth, right? I see like good family relationships, that's wealth, a clear sense of purpose, the whole shift framework. But man, the quality time that God has given to us with the building of relationships with people, man, if you don't have no time, you don't have anything. I mean, time is the greatest commodity that we have. And I found out as we're getting ready for the men's challenge that, man, we waste at least 3.5 hours a day on screen time. And while my kids are constantly getting older, my wife, she travels like your wife, and we're missing those moments. Man, and then seeing people die, like that time piece, I'm a little bit more focused. That time is critical if I'm going to be successful.
I underscore that. As they said, time is money, and they're like, that's wrong. Time is so much more valuable than money. A brother was sharing recently with us that he lost a bunch of money, but he got that back. Man, time, when it's gone, man, you can't just, you can't just get it back. And I'll tell you when it hit for me. I dropped off my oldest, just like you did this year. My oldest went off to college. And man, when I got in the car driving back home, what started to go through my mind is the time, like I don't have him at home anymore. So the things that I kind of said, I'll do that later. I got something to do. I'll do that later. I don't have those opportunities. And I think for us, 2021, for me, emphasized just how valuable time is. I can't waste time. I got to make the best use of my time from the time I wake up till I go to bed. Doesn't mean I can't have leisure time, right? But it means that I can't allow, I got to do my leisure even on purpose. Like, okay, I'm going to just relax for a couple hours.
Yes. You said it. I think if we could put a bow tie, if we could tie this down, man, everything we do with our time should be intentional, right? Whether it's leisure time, whether it's work time, whether it's grind time, whether it's family time. we know we need to be more intentional about that. What's the second thing? Second thing, Chemo.
It's people. I think we
Mm-hmm.
learned that you said it. People are the most important thing for life. Like relationships is what life is all about. Whether that's the people that you live with, your family members, which are, that's where you're supposed to really invest your time. But then as we talk, you said it, and I'm gonna let you say it better. Even if you're trying to get better with business or career, people are the most critical part of that. How did you say that earlier when we were talking before?
Oh yeah. I think what I was saying is I think the distance or the difference
Mm-hmm.
between where I am and where I'm trying to get is a person.
Yeah.
There's some person that holds the keys. They are the bridge from where I am now to where I need to be, because I think all of us have to some degree limitations, right? In our experience, in our knowledge, in our wisdom. But thanks be to God, it doesn't mean that I don't have it. It's just I just need to connect with the right person, whether
That's
that's a
right.
coach,
Yeah.
whether that's a book, whether that's a podcast, or whatever it is, whether it's getting a mentor. I'm realizing, and I think the word you use, and I'm gonna punt it back to you, was the power of collaboration. Talk about that.
Yeah. You and I were in a group coaching thing, and the man was saying that we're in the age of partnerships now. We're in the age of collaboration. Like, there was the age of the agricultural age, industrial age. Well, if you want to be successful in life now, you need to make sure you're not trying to build a business and you're not partnering with someone. You're not trying to go in your career and you're not linked up with someone. Like partnerships, it's not where, okay, we double because we're working together. It's exponential when you work together, when you collaborate, because my weakness is you bring along your strengths and you cover that, and my strengths cover your weaknesses. And so for anyone who is you're doing something, you're trying to build something, man, don't try to do that thing alone. Don't try to like cover all your, man, you need to make sure that you are linking up with other people who are trying to go in the same direction. I think that collaboration is definitely a key.
And can I say something about that? Sometimes
Okay.
we're not willing to make investments in those relationships. So let's just be straight up. Look, there are some things that I've learned this year that have propelled me much further than I was the year before, because I was willing to make an investment. Let's just
Right.
use men's night as an example. We could have tried to do men's night on our own. We could have tried to, but man, the reason why the level, and we did in the beginning. Do you remember
My
how
goodness.
that thing
Oh,
was?
listen, that
If
thing
anybody
was
remembers the
terrible.
first,
Oh,
that
man,
thing was
was
terrible, man.
Hey,
It was
listen, man, we were
awful.
hearing Myron. We
It
couldn't
was
hear nobody else. Oh my gosh,
was a
yes.
failure, utter
Yeah.
failure. But then we said, listen, let's hire, Kirk Nugent to come alongside and produce this thing. Collaboration.
Yeah.
Let's connect. Let's connect with James Lewis, Lance J. Let him bring value to this. Let's get DJ Walk to come through and add value. That's all we've been doing for the past 2 years, is seeing that, man, we are much stronger, more effective, and we're smarter when we don't have to have all the knowledge, have
Yeah,
all
man.
the
Let's love it.
skills, but
Yeah.
enlisting others to help build the squad, man. I'm
Listen,
big on that this year, man.
listen, I'm guilty of this, and I know you are. I could learn that. Oh, I could learn that.
Oh boy.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
And man, listen, at a
Yeah.
certain point, you realize no matter how good I learned this, I'm never gonna be good at the person who spent years doing this thing. I might as well pay them to give me something better than and then my time that I'm spending learning this, I could spend it on the thing that I'm good at. And so listen, collaboration is a big key that we learned 2021. I think that's something that we've lived out and we've experienced in our partnership together.
Man, that's so good, guys. Just want to say a word of thanks to both of you for the trust you've placed it in me to take care of this thing, man. But I'm listening. I'm just like, man, so full. I'm taking notes as well. The difference between me.
Hey,
and
man, come on
ignorance is a
screen, man.
person.
Come on screen, bro. Come on screen. Let the brother see you, man. This is the last one.
If this man comes on screen, he's gonna make all of our cameras look
I know.
like phone cameras.
This is why. This is why we
man,
hired him. That was
it's gonna take me a second to get on there, but I will. I'm gonna come on. I'm
Okay.
come on. I
Okay.
just
Okay.
was
All right,
saying.
please
No.
do, please
The
do,
collaboration
please do.
thing is dope. You guys,
Yeah.
listen. I could not agree with you more. That's the name of the game. That has been the difference maker in 2021 for me is collaboration. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Somebody said collaboration equals multiplication. Yeah,
Oh, that's
man.
good.
For
That's good,
sure.
man. Somebody listen.
Yeah, man.
Somebody post that and tag Men's Night on there. Post that. Let somebody know you learned that at Men's Night. Collaboration equals multiplication. I don't know who said it, so you just tag Men's Night. Let people know. You give Myron credit for that. All right, last one.
Yeah,
Last
I think
lesson.
we need to spend all the rest of the time on this one because this is the one I'm most passionate about at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you are as well. Yeah, save the best for last.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, come on, you introduce it because we talked about it last night. You have this challenge coming up with Ideas to Life. And by the way, you and I are a collaboration. I mean, me and you are a collaboration. That's what this is. I mean, I've got a business. You got a business. We came together for the sake of men. And anyway, but before we do that, man, listen, let's stay on this collaboration. Kirk Nugent, everybody. Hey, by the way,
listen,
man,
can we get some applause? You for yourself?
let me get my mic right. I see now why my okay. That's how my mic is supposed to look.
No, you got you.
That's how it's supposed to look.
It's right. It's fine.
Okay.
I told you when Kirk came on here, he would make look at this guy's setup.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Look at this thing, man.
Man, listen.
There we go.
Listen, this is all just to stop the scroll. If you don't have content though, like what these guys have been sharing, people will stop for a second. They'll be like, "That looks pretty," but it means nothing. And some of the gems you guys have been sharing tonight, and in the I get the chance to sit in the background and just listen and glean. But I take my notes. Hey, trust me, I take my notes. I actually posted some in the chat. Kimon, I don't know if you saw that. The difference between me and ignorance is a person, a book, a coach, mentorship, relationship, a person. I wrote that down during the pre-show. Y'all need to know that. Like what?
Oh wow!
What's your boy Lance? Is it Lance, the sports tech?
Yeah.
Lance, what Lance was talking about, Lance low key almost wrecked the live one week. Am I right? Like right before we went live, he fully preached a sermon, and we were just like, let's pray, let's pray, let's pray.
Yeah.
But man, the pre-show. So yeah, man, it's dope to be here.
Hey, Kirk, don't go nowhere, man. Stay right there, man. Don't, because I know on this next piece, you can add some serious value to this. But
Absolutely.
Kimon, go ahead, tell them about our conversation yesterday, and really where we are. All right, so I'll set it up. So I'll set it up like this. Both Kimon and I are pastors by trade, right? And our whole lives, we have taught, and we have been taught, Kurt, that the way out financially, right? Because honestly, the third one is about ownership. It's about ownership. That's the third one. Yeah. So we've always been taught that the way out is if you give tithes and offerings, then you're going to be blessed financially. But man, both you and I, Kimon, have discovered that that's a fallacy. That there are some people who are faithful in tithes and offerings who are not prosperous, and there are people who are not faithful in tithes and offerings, and they are prosperous. I mean,
I've seen it.
We something is wrong here. But go ahead, man. Talk a little bit about ownership.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think for a lot of us, the goal was just faithfulness, so stewardship. I'm going to give, right? And then we realized, we want to create a different goal, so it became get out of debt. And I mean, I love what Darian posted. He kind of quoted someone else. He said, if getting out of debt is the goal, we're simply in a race to get back to zero. We're just trying to get back to zero. If all you do is get out of debt, you just back to zero. And so like our goal now is like ownership. Like I was telling my wife, this is going to sound bad, I cannot save my way to where I want to be financially. I cannot I can't just put money under my mattress, but I got to invest. And investment is all about ownership. So you're either owning a part of a company, you're owning some real estate, or you're owning something of your own. But the way to really be financially free, not just zero level, is ownership. And you're either going to own a part of someone's company, you're going to own some land or some real estate, or you're going to own something of your own. And that's really what I think we're passionate about. We're saying the collective talent and wisdom and expertise and all the stuff we have here. We got to move from just trying to get back to zero to moving our people to ownership.
Wow.
Let me go ahead. Go jump in there, Kurt, because I know you feeling that. I know you feeling that. Talk.
You know, at the end of the
You
day,
you
I mean,
did this. You did it. You pulled a Kimon. You quit your job, man.
no doubt about it.
And went on your own. Talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's something to be said for having. I'm gonna balance this thing for a second. So there's something to be said for having both sides squarely in your lap. So one of the things that I found in my career is that I always had somebody to complain about. I always had a boss, always had a situation. I didn't have the right team. I didn't have the right network. You know, I could always pinpoint why I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do and attain greatness because I was underneath somebody's thumb. So then God says, move out.
Wow.
And so now I'm on my own. And the myth is people think when you are on your own that, it's freedom. I could just have a whole lot of fun. No, you got to treat it like a job.
Yeah.
And so there's some realizations that shift and take place there, but there's also the concept and idea that I own this.
Yeah.
And you will never work harder for anyone else as you will work for your own thing. Because you own this. And even as I bring other people on the team, I'm looking at them sideways. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm like, now y'all, this is my name, y'all. I own this. I need you to, you see what I'm talking? So now I have a different perspective. Now I'm looking back at my old boss and I'm saying to him, yeah, you probably should have fired me because I didn't come to the table with the respect for your brand that I should have had because you're the owner. So see, you don't even know how to be a good employee until you've been an owner. Oh, let me leave y'all alone tonight. Leave y'all alone tonight. But ownership, I believe is what God is calling all of us to, because there is a every day that somebody calls and says, we want you to work with us on a project, I can neither bless nor curse that call. I can't do anything to make that call happen. I can't do anything to not make that call happen. I just got to be ready and available.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
I'm trying to be quiet.
You're saying some stuff here, man. Let me tell you, there was a point that shifted for me that ownership became super important. I was leaving a job I had worked at for 7 years, gave some of my best creative years. I mean, I did some good work there. There's no patting myself on the back. I did good work there, and I was proud of the work I did. And they were letting me keep my computer. Now you have to understand, the job I had is not one where you take something somewhere, you can jeopardize them. No, it's, you kind of just, they allow you to take stuff because you worked on it. And man, on my way out the door, I'm getting ready to go, they sent someone, they say, we need to take the stuff off of your computer. All of your templates, all of the resources you created, all of the stuff. And it was like, in that moment, I recognized all these years I worked, everything belonged to them. And I told myself when I was leaving, I'm never going to get myself in a position where even if I work for someone, that all of my creative energy is used for them. I have to have something of my own, whether it's making me $5 or $5,000. I need to have something of my own that I'm putting my creative energies in. And I think that's a burden for me, that people, you have all of this talent and this, skill and expertise, and you use it for someone else. You got to have something of your own that you're using and building for yourself.
Man, let me piggyback on that. I made a comment, and I know we're almost out of time, but this has been a great conversation, and just enough to stimulate maybe the thinking of a lot of brothers on here. I see a lot of brothers who are resonating with what we're saying. Kevin Boone said, 2005, my business was alive in Florida, moved to ATL. 2008, my business failed. It's been a struggle to get it back. Brother, you can get it back, bro. You can get it back. Ownership is more than having your own business. That's what we've discovered. Ownership means that you could have part ownership of somebody else's business.
That's right.
Ownership. I mean, there's so many different. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. I made a comment when we were at Madison Mission when we did a Huntsville tour this weekend. Shout out to Miami. We're going to be doing a men's breakthrough tour there on the third weekend of March. But I said something to them, and they were kind of shocked. I was like, my son does not have to go to college. My son or my daughter. My daughter's already in college. The program she wants to do, fashion design. She happens to be at the number 4 school in the nation, which is great. So, that's her choice. She wants to learn the skills she needs. And it's actually a tactile program where they teach her how to sew and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that because she's learning a skill, right? But I'm just like, my mindset's changed. My son don't got to go. He don't got to go to college. Why would you say that? Because the number one thing that I want my son to gain in life, other than a clarity of his purpose, I want him to have self-awareness, to know who he is. I want him to have strong relationships, to know how to treat people. I want him to be in love with God. But man, what I want him to have in a very practical, real sense is to understand this idea of ownership. I want him to have, and listen, the truth of the matter is college and university is not designed to create owners.
No, it isn't.
It's not. It's designed to create workers for owners. Most of these owners, many of these owners, Jeff Bezos, who we were hearing the other day, who wants world domination. I mean, this guy, I don't even think he got, I think he does have a college degree, but he don't got no masters, Bill Gates, all these guys, Steve Jobs.
Left. Yeah.
I want him to understand ownership. And if he understands ownership, then college is immaterial. If he wants to go to college, he can. He just has to have a plan. And part of that plan has to be ownership, not just getting a degree. That's the shift that I needed somebody to pour into me as a kid that I'm just now learning at 45. And it's nothing unspiritual about this. This is not unspiritual. I mean, there's no blessing in being poor and not having anything. That's a slave mentality. That's exactly what that is. There's a lot of people of color who feel guilty about having something because we were taught essentially that those who had it were those who were colonizers and the slave masters. So in a sense, we've looked at wealth and everything else as evil. But man, listen, man, God wants this for us so that we can be a blessing to others. The more you have, the more you can do. So yeah, man, for my kids, that's one of my goals, man. I want my son and my daughter to understand ownership.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me just can I say one last thing and I'll let it go. If you want to figure out just one piece, you want to have one small piece of ownership to begin with. The easiest thing I always tell people to begin with is a website. Just purchase your domain name, your name, right? I'm just always dumbfounded. Let me give you one example. It's helping a large business administrator. He's moving from one company to the next, and we were doing some work for a project he was getting ready to set up. This guy has managed multi-million-dollar businesses. His bio was only on his previous company's website, and he's moving to a new company, but this is the time in between. So if you search this brother right now, there is no footprint on the web that describes who he is because he was waiting for his new company to put his bio up. So if you have a name, you should own that domain name.
That's right. And somebody said
you have
$12,
a name.
$15. Yeah.
Come on. $12, $15. My son and daughter's domain names are purchased already. KenzieNugent.com, CarsonNugent.com. I don't care if they do anything with it.
Come on,
they
talk
own
to me.
it. They own it. And guess what? You now own that piece. Now, you know what that does instinctively in the mind? It causes you to say, what am I going to put on?
Yeah. Because you got some real estate online. You got a piece of land online. So they got to build some on that land.
Listen. They used to
that's one step to the metaverse. That's one people buying digital space in the metaverse for $100 million, man. It's crazy.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
Listen, man, there's opportunities being dropped in these comments here. If anybody's a nurse, there's a brother who said he has a nursing agency.
Yeah. No. I just wanted to say that, man, because I see that, especially among y'all, among pastors, man. It's crazy. Folks are waiting from one organization to the next, from one church to the next. It's like, man, get your own website, doc, and you kind of manage that thing a little bit better for yourself. You wouldn't wait for the church to provide you a house, so why would you wait for them to provide you a website? Get a website.
Wow.
Get a website.
Wow. That's a great practical tip for the night, man. At least,
that's right.
Kimon, you tell me all the time, grab that domain.
Yeah.
We've got domains
even if we don't use
grabbed that we have not used yet, but we may use them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Myron, my good friend of mine bought Oprah Winfrey for president a couple years back. Do you know they bought it from him? They bought it
that's
from
a
him.
good
Now, she didn't run,
move.
but he bought the domain. She had made a speech somewhere, and everybody was, there was a lot of buzz. He bought it that night. Bought it for like $400. And he sold that bad boy for over 10 grand. So I'm letting you know, don't undermine it, brother. Keep that same momentum. It can work. It can work.
All right, I'm about to buy Kirk Nugent for president right now.
There we go.
That thing gonna be worth 50 grand.
Have mercy.
Well, listen, fellas, man, this has been rich. It's been amazing. Great ride. This is not the end. As a matter of fact, we're gonna be putting out even more content. Men's Night only happen once a month.
Right.
We've got a podcast that's gonna be dropping stuff on y'all once a week. All right. So listen, you guys stay tuned. Do me a favor right now. I want every brother right now. All right. We've got a couple things we want to share with you. First, go to my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page and subscribe right now if you have not, so that you can get notified. Also, click the notification right there on the screen. Click the notification
Put the graphic
button
up
so
for
you
the
get notified.
podcast so they can see it. Yeah.
Yep, it's right there. All right, so go ahead right now to my YouTube, my YouTube channel and subscribe. Kimon, you've got something coming up, man, and I think it could add.
Here's a link. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The Get Your Shift Together podcast, men's podcast, launches next month. And that's what, so we're going to move the vibe and the feel of Men's Night over to the podcast. More brothers, you can get it out there to them. And so that's what we're going to be doing. The podcast is going to replace Men's Night as our way to reach more and more men with this connection here. Myron, you mentioned it. And I think it kind of goes what we were talking about, this ownership. I think so many of us have knowledge and expertise that we're just kind of sitting on, or we're not maximizing it. That's my word, maximizing. Because think about this. I can be doing well, but I'm not reaching my full potential. I'm not maximizing it. And I think one of the things that we talked about, ownership, not just owning my land, not just owning a piece of a company, but I have expertise. And the way to own that thing is to package it in a way that I offer it to other people that maybe I've been helping out. You know, a friend comes and he says, can you help me with this? Someone comes and you're helping them with that. And we're saying, now, if you can create an offer, something that you can work in a group, maybe you've been helping people on one-to-one. We can create something as a group.
Yes.
Now you can win your time back and you can make even more impact. I had Joe on my live recently, a couple hours ago. And Joe just talked about, listen, I was helping all these people with their money. But because I created an offer, I was able to help even more people in less time. So I got a challenge that's starting next week for any brother, really anyone, who is looking to take their knowledge and their expertise and turn it into something that can make an impact and make you income. And this is ownership we're talking about. And so the link for that is createyourofferchallenge.com. I'm going to drop the link in the comments here, createyourofferchallenge.com. Appreciate you let me share this here on this Men's Night, Myron. CreateYourOfferChallenge.com. I think, brothers, you're gonna be blessed. I think the work that we've done together, Myron, I've learned from it, and that's the same lessons I'll be sharing on this challenge. CreateYourOfferChallenge.com. Get in, register today. Don't delay. Make sure you sign up for the Breakthrough Challenge and the Create Your Offer Challenge.
That's good.
Yeah. Can I just say something about Kimon? Kimon is the I call him he's like the Barry Gordy or the P. Diddy. He's a connector, man. The guy, he brings people together.
It's real.
And even further than that, man, he helps people to identify their superpower. The stuff I'm doing with the men, I had no idea I was supposed to be doing this. I mean, Kimon literally found me on the side of the road and was like, bro, you know, you got a doctorate in men's discipleship. Like, bro, you know, you got a story that connects with men. Seriously, I was not thinking about this. Kimon kept pestering me saying, dude, you have something. You need to think about it. Bro, I'm telling y'all, everybody out there has something that you can leverage to be able to change your life and change other people's lives and make income. Fellas, this is the step towards ownership that we're talking about. This is the first step. This is the first step towards ownership. And I want to strongly encourage you based upon how my life has been transformed over the past 2 years doing the Men's Winning Circle, touching thousands of brothers' lives, hundreds of brothers going through our program, hundreds. I mean, we can literally say that right now. Hundreds of brothers have gone through our program. And honestly, this has been a result of being a part of what he has offered. Listen, now he has truncated all this in 3 days. Like I did this over 6 months. He has now truncated this over 3 days. And I just want y'all to know, y'all not paying what I paid him. I mean, what I paid him over 6 months is nowhere near what he is offering you over 3 days to essentially come up with your personal superpower and brand idea and offer to help transform people's lives as well as to transform your life and your situation. So fellas, take the challenge. I highly recommend it.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, let me tack a little on there. I know we're over time already, but man, Kimon came on my show in December and talked about being a launch strategist and gave people some practical examples about how to use live video. But people left that show. I get feedback from that show. Of course, we take our live show, make it into a podcast. And I get feedback from that show regularly. So much so that when I shared this today during my midweek huddle, I put the flyer up and people were like, yo, where is he at? Is he coming on? So I messaged him. This guy was out jogging. Yeah. He was out jogging. Somebody's going to get it. He was out jogging. But anyway, he decided, I'm going to come home and get on the live. Got on the live with us and just blew their minds away again, man. So some of them have already messaged me saying, yo, I might have to sign up because it dovetails so well with some of the things that my community has been doing. I just respect you, man. I respect your craft, your as they said, your superpower. And I think that this is going to be a game changer for a lot of people. There's so many people walking around with absolute gold and have no idea. This is the thing that you do not learn. Doesn't matter. K through 12, 4 years of college, another 4 years of master's, doctorate. They do not teach you purpose. They don't teach you, do not teach you what your signature offer is. And your signature offer is what you have to offer the world. And I'm telling you, you need to get in this joint. Get in here, go ahead and learn this piece. Trust me, you will not regret spending this money on yourself.
That's good.
Come on, Goalie. We are wanting to pass something on down to our children. Goalie, this is for you. You guys already have a property. You got an asset. You have an idea. And now you need to figure out how to really shift this idea so it can exponentially create more customers and people that are interested in what you have to offer. Let's go, bro.
Let's go.
All right, fellas. Listen, man. Hey, we're going to sign off tonight. Much love to all y'all brothers. Kurt.
Hey, man.
Kimon, it's been real. This has been a great ride, great experience. But of course, it's not over. We're just shifting gears. Shifting gears.
Shift. What's the word? Shift.
We're shifting our shift. Shifting our shift. All right. Hey, look,
brothers, come on. If y'all put some in the comments before we go, man. Put some in the Here we go. Phenomenal. Podcast name is Get Your Shift Together Podcast.
Yes, sir. Go. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now so you can be the first. Watch out, I Am Athlete. Watch out, Pivot. I'm coming for you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Hey, Mike Tyson, send us a message, man. We ready for you.
There we go. All right, y'all. Be safe.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. For more information, please visit our website, menswinningscircle.com. That is, menswinningscircle.com. Let's win in the things that matter.